okay, I'm doing this video different than my other videos because I just don't feel like filming like a 40-minute video at the end and then editing that all. No, not today. I'm tired. So I'm gonna go back to what I used to do before, where I would just film little clips like in sequence in the commercial breaks as I'm watching the show. So it's gonna be really like sudden and abrupt and really quick and choppy, but you're gonna see like my progression of thoughts, which I find interesting at least. So yeah, enjoy that. Okay, so a few things have happened. The demon attacked this woman and she sprayed like pepper spray or something in its face and it like worked, which is a bit suspicious. Like, how does this like Monday object work on like this greatest demon? But okay, we're gonna let that slide. We had this lovely moment. Malik, again, coming through. I love Malik so much. They had this wonderful moment where Izzy and Alec and Magnus were talking, and I've said this so many times, but I love the Lightwood siblings. I love it whenever Izzy and Malik have like this interaction. They just had this whole like sibling bonding moment about not wanting to talk to their mom. And I'm like, yes. That was everything. That was so sweet. And then Magnus offers to have the dinner there, and then Izzy's like, you should come to this awkward dinner that we're forced to have. And it was lovely. And Magnus, oh my god, Magnus did the thing that I pointed out in the last episode that Alec does for him. It's like, if it matters to you, it matters to me. And I'm just like, ah, yes! Big snaps, big snaps. I love that. That was so sweet. I'm so excited to see what happens at the dinner because they're so cute and they're so sweet and they are everything. And then we see Luke and Simon. And Simon's all like, oh no, did I kill the guy? And Luke's like, oh, kind of. Because Simon's an idiot. Then he wants to go confront the Sealy Queen by putting the mark on his head. And I'm like, really? He's so, like narcissistic. He's so, like, arrogant. He thinks he's, like, so much better than he actually is. And I'm like, you are a freshly born vampire. What are you gonna do against the Sealy Queen? Like, sit down, Simon, sit down. Simon annoys me. Because we just had a wonderful scene with Raphael and his sister, and he's crying because he misses her and he can't tell her that that's her older brother, and it like breaks my heart because he's like just sobbing, and I'm like, Raphael deserves the world. He is the sweetest boy ever. He is just such a good, kind-hearted person. And then he has to go and deal with, I think, Heidi, he said her name was, the fucking vampire that Simon turned because he's an idiot. And he has to deal with all of Simon's problems, and Simon treats him so badly. It pisses me off so much. How, like, disrespectful Simon is to Raphael. I'm going to talk about that more after the episode, but, like, the shit that Raphael does for him, it really just breaks my heart because he's such a good clan leader and he's such a good older brother. I love him so much. Also, Jace is really going through it. He keeps imagining that Sebastian's there, but Sebastian's not there, like, at all. He's having all these hallucinations. And I feel like that's going to happen in, like, the club scene that, like, they keep showing in the previews where he's, like, fighting him. I'm like, he's probably not really fighting him. It's probably just another delusion. Too many people are skipping on this family dinner, and I have issues with it. First of all, Jace isn't going, and now Izzy isn't going. Now it's just gonna be a Malik plus mom dinner, which is like, yes, but also, what the hell? Why y'all leaving your brother to die like that? Like, y'all know what your mom does. Y'all just gonna leave him in the dust? Great siblings, truly. But let's talk about Rosa. They really did her dirty like that. We literally just met her, like, not even 10 minutes ago, and they were just like, oh, sorry, she's dead. And I'm like, why? Like, Raphael does not deserve this. No! He's such a... I'm so angry. Raphael doesn't deserve this. He's a wonderful person. And now his last, like, surviving family member is dead. Really? Really? Angry. That's what I am. But Izzy, oh, sweet Izzy, love her with all of my heart. She went to go make sure Raphael was okay, and she's going to go to the funeral for him because it's during the daytime where vampires can't go, and it's... But Izzy wants to do that, but then, like, he saw the hand thing with the veins, and then he almost was like, chomp chomp, because addiction is a serious issue. But then they stopped themselves because Izzy is now, like, recovering. And then she's like, just make sure you get help if you need it, because she cares, because she's lovely. I just want Raphael to be okay. I just want him to be okay. But he probably won't be because of stupid Simon, because Simon goes to Clary with this rune to see if it's a Shadowhunter rune because for some reason, a Sealy will have a Shadowhunter rune. Like, they have that kind of power. Do you know nothing about the basics of the downworld? Like, you can't just, like, interplay that kind of magic. That's not how it works. Like, so it was so clearly not a Shadowhunter room. But they checked anyways, and it wasn't. And then Claire's like, maybe this is, like, a vampire problem. So he should go and talk to Raphael. And they keep painting him out to be this bully, but he's truly not. I'm gonna, again, wait till the end of the episode, but Raphael's amazing, and they're just assholes. So, I'm guessing he's gonna go try to talk to Raphael about it, and Raphael's gonna have to help him and get him out of all of his bad choices again and again and again. I really hate Simon. I really hate Simon. But it's fine. We're moving on. Jace truly believes that this, like, owl monster, I guess is what we're calling it, is Jonathan. So they're going to go to this banquet and skip out on the family dinner and leave Alec to die because he's having all these dreams about it. And Claire doesn't believe that they're anything. Oh, the show's back.
Play half a cup.
Action, okay. Okay, so I'm guessing that this commercial is going to be really short, so I'm going to talk really fast because only 2 scenes have happened, but they were wonderful scenes, and really the only characters I care about. We had a Malik scene, and we had a Raphael and Simon scene, so that was great. Okay, Malik scene, amazing? That was perfect and beautiful and everything I've ever wanted. Just them interacting. I just want more and more of this. It makes me so happy. They had just like this cute thing where he's making the stew that means a lot to his mom. And then Magnus says, what a sweet boy you are, Alexander. I'm like, facts! He is. And then like Alec is like real frazzled. He's like real freaking out about this because his sibling left him to die. And then he has Magnus taste the food and Magnus like, it's really good. And Alec walks away and Magnus is like, no. And then he magics the stew because the stew was bad. But then they talk and then they hear a knock on the door, and it's his mom, and Alec is like, okay, so just, like, avoid all bad subjects, like how I turned down that job from the Clave, and anything about my dad, and then Magnus, like, and how you're dating, you know, me, and then, like, Alec finally, like, calms down for a little bit, and he's like, am I being too much? I'm sorry, because he cares, and they're in love, and they're lovely, and they care about each other's feelings, because they care about communication, because their relationship is everything. And then Magnus is like, no, you're just tense, here, take this, and he gives him, like, half a glass of wine, and Alec just, like, chugs it, and I'm like, whoa. And Magnus is also like, whoa, but like, what a mood. That's yeah, big mood. And then they just go back and forth saying like, yeah, I'm fine, you're fine, we're fine. And then they go and open the door, and Maris is supposed to be like really tense or whatever. But she comes in all smiles with a bottle of wine. She hugs Magnus first, like, excuse me, what? And then she says, how are my favorite boys? And then Magnus is like, I'm kind of far from being a boy, but I appreciate the sentiment anyways. And then Maris is like, oh, right, I should respect my elders. I'm like, like, I get it, but also, like, what are you saying? But moving on from that, Alec is like, do you want a drink? And she's like, let's have some of Magnus's famous cocktails. And she's really, like, bubbly, and it's a bit suspicious, but hopefully that means that this meal will be lovely. Because Magnus is like, this is what your mom's like when she's tense, and Alec is like, I'm also confused. So we'll see what happens with that. But then moving on to Raphael and Simon's scene, Simon comes to ask for help like a little bitch that he is, and, like, the car that Raphael's leaning on, that I'm guessing is his car, the license plate says Rosa, and I'm, like, on the verge of tears, because, Raphael doesn't deserve this. Raphael's standing there, I'm guessing because Simon called him, which is, like, the sweetest thing ever, because even, like, after all the shit he's been through today, he comes to go talk to Simon, and Simon's like, I need help, and then Raphael's like, not today, bitch, I don't got time for your bullshit, and then Simon's like, but I really need, like, all this information, blah, 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 and then Raphael brings up the fact that I've been saying for, like, ever, I asked you if you wanted help twice, and you refused, and Simon's like, yeah, but, like, if you just help me this one time, and Raphael's like, no, and then he goes to punch him, as he should, and then Simon's ruin just lights up and throws him against the wall, and then Raphael is like, you need to get away from me. And I'm like, finally, Simon is trash. Raphael does not deserve to be treated this way. Simon only coming to him when he suits his needs. And it makes me so angry and I want to stab him. But we're going to talk about that more at the end of the video. I'm going to be honest to say I really wasn't paying attention for the last part because I was trying to figure out something that happened in the first part because I don't really know what she said. But I'll add it in at the end when I figure it out. But Magnus and Alec and Maurice were having this lovely, fabulous dinner where Magnus was just being charming and lovely, and Alec looked very concerned because he was like, what the fuck is going on? They talk about the stew and how Izzy and Alec made it for her as kids, and it tasted disgusting, and Alec was like, what are you talking about? I thought that was delicious. And Maris was like, oh no, that was awful, but this is good. And she's like, I don't know what you did with it. And then Alec, like, looks at Magnus, and Maris like, I don't know what to talk about. I didn't magic this at all, like, That was a lovely, sweet moment. But then we go on to find out that the reason that she's here to like drop by was not really because of her divorce. It's because whatever happened to whatever his name is. I literally could not remember what name she said at all, because every time she said it, I just imagined Alder Tree, but that's like not the name that she said. I will add it in at the end when I figure out who it was. But because of something that happened with that, all like the circle members are being rounded up again, and they're like looking back into them, and she is being stripped of all of her runes, which is awful and sad. And she like, so I don't like her as a character, but I don't feel like she deserves this. Like what Alex said, like she devoted her whole life to the clave, and it was just, it's pretty messed up, you know? But then like Alec and Maurice are like talking about how like unfair it is, because Alec is just like kind of freaking out, like, you know, rightfully so. And Magnus is like, I'm gonna excuse myself, because he can recognize a situation like that. Alec just goes off on this whole thing about how this is wrong, and how like their dad is not being treated the same, and how she didn't like deserve to have this happen to her. But then she like admits that like she was like one of the front runners for the circle, and that's why like her crimes are like so severe. And then Alec was like, if you're not gonna fight it, I will, even if that means stepping down as head of the institute. I'm like, Alec, so sweet, but no. And Varys was like, no, I've never been more proud of you than seeing what you've accomplished here. Like, our generation almost ruined all of this, but your generation will be wiser. And I'm like, yeah, the baby boomers kind of fucked everything up, but honestly, our economy is what it is because of them. But that was just a wonderfully sweet moment, and I love Alex so much. He's a wonderful person. And then some more things happened where everyone was trying to find Jonathan in the club, and it like didn't really work. And then Izzy meets up with the guy from the hospital again, and like I predicted in the first episode, she got his number. Well, he got her number, so now they can like possibly be love interests. Izzy just deserves someone sweet and maybe mundane. Maybe she'll go for a mundane this time. Who knows? Okay, so nothing really happened, or at least I really wasn't paying attention. Simon's got locked out of the Sealy world, which, like, I would lock him out too. He's annoying. And Maya cares about him for some reason. Really, Simon does not deserve Maya. Jace tries to kill him in this room of mirrors where they talk about how similar they are, even though they really are. Jace just doesn't want to admit it because he doesn't want to think he's evil, blah, 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 blah. And then he disappears because, like, he's not real. It's really hard to tell whether or not he's not real, because there's like magic here. So when he disappears, did he really disappear, or was Jace's mind just like, I don't want to show him anymore? Who knows? But then like Morgan disappears, and apparently I wasn't paying that much attention because I don't know who that is. But then they go outside because they hear a scream. It's the owl murderer person, and then he's like sucking out her soul. And then they confront him, and then Clara gets very easily disarmed because she sucks. And she's like, is it you? Is it Jonathan? And the owl monster guy's like, who? And then he yeets out of there. And so he's probably not Jonathan. I keep calling him Sebastian because that's just what I've always referred to him as when I read the books. But I'm gonna have to make that switch because no one calls him that anymore because it's not really Sebastian, but I guess his name's Jonathan. Whatever. Nothing really happened. I want to go back to the dinner. Can we just... That episode was fucking heavy. Damn. Shit. And the preview for the next... Oh, God. You have to give me a minute. The episode literally just ended. I'm just still taking it all in. Let's start on a lighter note. The lightest note of that last chunk of scenes. The dinner scene that I wanted to go back to. Ugh. I love Malik so much. I love how they just like basically exist in a whole different world. Like they have a completely different plot line than all the other characters. I'm like, yes, this is what I want. It's so lovely and sweet, and it's just everything. They just, when they were all saying goodbye, it was so sweet. Because, like, Maris, she talks to Magnus, and she's like, I may have had my prejudices before, but the way you treat my son is what all mothers want for their sons. So thank you for loving my boy. And I'm just like, I was high-key gonna cry. That was... Like, yes. She was so... Well, she wasn't homophobic, but she was, like... warlock phobic. She was very much against him dating a warlock, but now she like sees how much he cares about him, and it's just she's her character's really done a 180, and now I really like her character. That was so sweet. And then she leaves, and then they have like this moment, and it's like the best thing because this is the epitome of acting, everybody. You don't need words, you just need the face. And it's so sweet. And they just have this moment where they just like look at each other and they just like acknowledge what just happened and like the love and the approval from his mother and how much like that means. And then they smile and Ben just walks away and it's just so sweet. It was like so subtle and everything, but it was perfect. It was perfect. It was perfect. You don't always need a kiss to signify love. You can just have those moments. It was so good. But then shit hits the fan after that. They have to lock up Morgan and they find out that the owl thing is in fact not Jonathan because the whip would have like killed him with all like the fire shed. And they're like, who could it be? And then we see him walking like towards the demon temple altar thing. And I was like seeing as he was walking, I was like, he doesn't really look like an owl. He just looks like a guy with an owl mask because it's very much like an owl in the face, but then the very broad shoulders, the very broad stocky shoulders. And then he walks and then he kneels at the altar and Lilith is like, she says something, I don't even remember what she said at this point, but she said something about like, hi my boy or whatever because that's like her son. And then the mask does thing where it's like, oh, it goes away and then we see that the face is Jace and I was not expecting that to say the least. These are great plot twists. I love good plot twists like this. I don't know what this means or how to explain this or where it came from, but like, yes, it's perfect. And wow, like it explains why he's kind of just like sort of losing like his grip on reality, how he's imagining Jonathan everywhere. And it's really not what I was expecting, like at all. I was really shaken when I saw that. Like, it's Chase. She's brainwashed Chase. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be really, really bad. Like, oh my god, all the shit that they're gonna have to go through to get him unbrainwashed. Alec doesn't, Alec. This is gonna be really hard on Alec. Alec is so sweet. He doesn't deserve this. And then the next episode, oh my god, the next episode, you can see Jace like under the control of Lilith. And she's like, you need to bring me like 30 something disciples. Or whatever the hell that means. And then then it cuts to the scene where someone's screaming. And then they find out it's Raphael, who is chained to the roof, burning alive. Why do they treat Raphael so badly in this show? Why can't Raphael just have, like, a nice day out? Why can't, like, we just see them, like, oh, hunting demons in the park. There's Raphael in the background getting a crepe. Like, why can't Raphael just be happy for a moment? His sister, his last living family member, literally just died. And now Jesus is gonna kidnap him and murder him? Like, I know it's not really Jace. He's being brainwashed. He wouldn't do this because Jace is a good person. But like, why? Why Raphael? Literally anyone else. Literally anyone else. Do Raj. No one likes Raj. Go get Meliorn. I love him. He's probably locked away in the Sealy realm, but like, not Raphael. Go get Simon. Like, Raphael doesn't deserve this. I'm very angry. I love Raphael so much. He's like not even like close to be my favorite character, but he is treated so badly. It makes me so angry because he's just trying to run a good, clean clan and just have all of his vampires like healthy and safe, and everyone keeps undermining him, and it makes me so angry. Like, he's such a good clan leader, but everyone just wants to disrespect him, and I'm like, I'm gonna snap your neck. And then we also get a scene where, like, Luke has to kick Simon out of the, like, shed barn place. And I'm like, I really don't care. The only reason I cared was because Simon was so understanding to that, but he's not understanding to Raphael, and it makes me so angry. I'm like, why are you such a dick to Raphael? But it's why. It's fine. It's whatever. It's actually not fine or whatever. We're at the end of the episode. I'm going to talk about it. I think I've said this in many, many episodes before, but it makes me so angry every time I see Simon's face because it just reminds me of how much an asshole he is. He's so entitled and he's so arrogant. And yet, he's not able to fix any of his problems on his own. Like, he turns a vampire, Raphael has to solve it. He has this weird Sealy root on his forehead, Raphael has to solve it. And yet, who does he treat like shit? Raphael. It makes no sense, and it makes me so angry. I want to snap his neck. And then they have this whole scene where, like, Luke and his partner are talking about Simon and how, oh, he just got wrapped into the downworld and his life just went to hell. And I'm like, I get it. He's going through some shit, but so is Clary. And as much as I don't like her, she doesn't act like this. He could be a lot nicer to the people who are trying to help him. But no, he wants to be an asshole. And it makes me so angry. Because here is Raphael literally just dealing with the news of his last living relative, his sister. She just died. And there's Simon demanding his help once again. And then Jason's gonna go and just kidnap him. And I'm like, Raphael really doesn't deserve this. What has he done wrong? Truly, the things he has done wrong really are nowhere equal to the things that are being done to him. Like, what has he done wrong? He, like, kept Simon at the hotel against his will, and this girl against his will. But, like, they're new vampires. We all know what happens when new vampires are just let out into the world. Mundanes die. Raphael is trying to keep the world safe. Like, I'm gonna look it up right now because I really don't know what Raphael's done. Literally, he's done nothing wrong. I literally read through, like, the whole plot, my plot thing of everything that Raphael's done. He's done nothing wrong. Nothing. He has helped them time and time again, and they're just so mean to him for no reason. Like, literally the worst thing he's done was threaten Simon's mom, which he really didn't do, because all he did was have a nice meal with her and try to give him an alibi for why he's, like, so busy all the time, saying that he's, like, the band manager, and I'm just like, literally, what are you doing, Simon? I'm sorry that he's mad that you broke Camille out of the hotel. I don't understand where you don't see that you're wrong in that situation. Like, literally, Raphael's done nothing wrong. I cannot find one instance in which Raphael did something wrong. Why did they treat him this way? Like, he's done nothing. Okay, maybe the worst thing he did was at the very beginning when he kidnapped Simon to get the Mortal Cup. But really, did he hurt him? No. He just wanted the Mortal Cup so that his people could be safe. Everything that Simon has done has been for his own selfish needs. Raphael does that shit for the sake of the clan. Like, I really hate Simon. He treats him so badly. And all Raphael does is show him kindness. Does Simon show an ounce of gratitude? No. No, he doesn't, because he sucks. I hate him a lot. Like, he treats all these other people who have helped him so well, but he treats Raphael like trash, and it makes me so angry. Literally, Raphael has done as much for you, basically, as Luke has. I know not, like, in the overall grand scheme, because Luke has known you for, like, a lot longer, but in the time that you have been a vampire, Raphael's probably done more for you than Luke has. Like, you really suck. I really hate Simon. I hate him. I can't find a reason to like him. Like, when you treat someone who helps you out that much, like, so badly because of your own ego and ignorance, like, I can't like you. Like, no. Get out of my face. But, other than that, the episode was... There was, like, no light moments in the episode. The only light moments were, like, the Malik scenes, which, like... Praise. Lovely. Amazing. Everything I could have ever wanted. But even, like, towards the end, that got really, like, heavy. Like, Jace, with all of his delusions, it ends up being the owl monster. Maris is getting all of her runes stripped. Raphael's sister died. Like, a lot of things happened in this episode. And they were all real sad things. They weren't fun times to experience. But the episode, overall, was really, really good. And I'm pretty sure that the next episode is also going to be really, really good. So I'm really excited for that. Can we just... That episode was fucking heavy. Damn. Fuck, man. Oh my